What's up, everyone? Trent here.
Along with Julia.
Welcome back to the channel, and we're back with the second episode of Secret Invasion. And the stakes are already very high after Maria Hill's seemingly killed by Gravik.
She can't be dead.
In that final scene. Yeah, hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
But, I mean, already the deception and the spy games are coming into play.
Mm-hmm.
Did Gaia lead them into a trap?
Yep. Lots of questions that need answering.
And Gravik. Very interesting and compelling already. Let's check this out.
Let's go.
That's 2 years after.
This is Gravik.
Gravik?
His parents were killed in the last stand against the Kree. He escaped from behind enemy lines, piloted a ship all on his own. He is smart, Puri.
Wow.
Knows how to survive.
I was going to say survivor.
Sorry to hear about your parents.
They died a brilliant death.
A warrior's death.
This work here, you know it's very dangerous.
I'm not afraid.
Love the markings.
I can see you're not. For those of you who braved the journey here to Earth, you did so for one reason. This man, I trust.
Yeah, a lot of faith's been put on Fury.
A lot of pressure on him as well.
Almost ever since I met Talos, I believed that humans and Skrulls can help each other. It would mean putting on a new face and keeping it. This is the promise. While you work to keep my home safe, Carol Danvers and I will find you a new one. Thank you, Soren.
It's a very tough promise to deliver as well. And
Very.
keep. There's a big contrast in the last episode with all the hope that's happening now and just knowing where it ends up.
I was just thinking that, knowing where this ends up.
I'll keep mine.
Good transition. Come on, Hill. Yeah, that's a questioning look. Also, his pride in the work that they just did.
I'm an American.
I feel like that was very deliberate, him saying that out
Yes. I feel so as well.
loud. Spark the conflict.
Yeah.
But it looks like Hill's properly
dead.
Чернокожий, американец. В поезде Москва-Варшава. Здесь больше шансов встретить инопланетянина.
It's got to be Taylor's.
It totally has, but also just flirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
They've gone.
Fury looking suave. Where did it all go wrong?
Well, yeah.
Yep.
We couldn't go in the dining car, so we brought fried chicken, white bread. Half hour after the train pulled out, that chicken be gone. Smelled way too good to wait. Me and my mother would make up games, pass the time. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know about you and Susie. Me and Susie had a standing game of doctor. Suffice it to say, I wasn't about to tell her about that. So I made up something crazy. Like, me and Susie saw a bullfrog. My mama just smiled. Even though I'd lied through my teeth, the mere fact that I did that told her everything she needed to know. You want to go a few rounds?
I just loved how that story just linked back to exactly.
Tell
what
me
it-
something I don't know about the destruction of Skrullos. You
Ooh.
know everything there is to know. Name of the game is tell me something.
I don't know.
Don't know.
The million of us that were left, we fled. Interesting. Tell me
little
something
twitch.
I don't know. They're here. Who's here?
All of them?
All of us. Wait.
Whoa.
There's a million Skrulls walking amongst us right now? Have you lost your reptilian-ass mind? I sent out the call. They answered. You lied to me.
Hey, we were being hunted across the universe. You find using us as your spies and your errand boys, as long as it's on your terms.
The host
dear.
gets to set the terms of the visitation.
What happens when the host disappears? I gotta go up to my space station. You've been up there for years.
Let
You
it
knew
all
how to
out.
get in touch with me, Talos, and you didn't because you didn't want me to know.
Ooh.
Skrulls and humans can coexist here on Earth.
Humans can't coexist with each other, Talos. There's not enough room or
Yeah.
tolerance on this planet for another species.
Wait till mutants come in.
Oh god, wait till mutants come in.
Matter of fact, neither is this train compartment. I think this is your stop.
But a million, all of them,
A million.
all the scrolls there.
Oh my God.
Wonder how many disappeared in the blip. I wonder how many scrolls
Yeah.
disappeared in the blip. Still don't trust that Hill's body's in that coffin.
Elizabeth.
Were you there?
Yeah.
How did it happen?
Happen quickly.
Don't you be one of those bastards who gives me a platitude when I'm looking for the truth.
Shot by someone who looked like me.
She died in Moscow. We were there trying to stop the attack. Someone set a trap.
For her?
Well, for me. Someone wanted to hurt me. So they hurt her.
The collateral damage.
Yeah.
So you're the reason I'm taking my daughter back home in a box.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry I couldn't protect her, Elizabeth.
Maria believed in you. She would have followed you to the gates of hell and back.
Every conversation he just heard would be cutting at him.
I don't know what Maria died for out there, but whatever it was, don't let it be for nothing.
But a surprising lift.
Yeah, come on, the motivator.
Yeah.
One suspect is currently in custody, identified as a leading member of the online fringe group Americans Against Russia. The Prime Minister was quick to denounce the attack, while the NATO Secretary General says NATO is acting swiftly.
I'm just looking at everyone and wondering if they're a scroll.
Mm.
They're all saying we had something to do with Moscow.
Shoot her!
There's no way that Moscow attack was committed by Americans.
Shoot him at Gavin! Shoot her! So yeah, which news reporters are scrolls
Skrulls,
potentially
which-
too? Who is a scroll?
Who is a
How did
scroll?
you know Fury would be there?
I didn't. Well, not to a certainty. I wanted to see how much of him was left. It's just vapors,
Yeah.
old. You know, I could have killed him if I wanted to. You don't punish a man by giving him what he wants.
It was interesting that it was my question of, I think she said it in her head as well. Well, then why didn't you if you had a chance to
Yeah.
kill him?
Didn't want to give him what he wants.
Mm.
I'm not out in an hour. Shoot him in the head. Members of the council.
There he is. Yep.
Yep.
Well, I also didn't get a formal invitation, Mr. Secretary General. But I'm sure that was just a curious oversight.
So they're all scrolls.
Madam Prime Minister,
Yep.
Yeah.
I see you. All dressed up in the man's finery. Drinking the man's wine. Playing the man's game. Using the man's fork and knife.
Better to behave as a human than as a dog.
I quite like dogs. In fact, I prefer them.
Yep.
Dogs aren't hypocrites. And they don't lie.
I was going to say they're not liars.
They're honest.
And they don't go out of their way to degrade and destroy their own habitat.
A naive reading of human history.
It's the only reading of human history.
He's only been there 20 years, and that's
Yeah.
a very astute observation.
You murdered over 2,000 innocent humans.
Whew.
Children. And yet you don't seem remotely remorseful.
Nushkim pix kolos, utchurakias. Udrikag makel mekik. Kaj bajua shush kajushak laki cook. Chirog heromkus. Un hepug mir unral. Garuma arwar mij nas kajak. Pech nas pashach.
Damn.
Yep.
I think it's a war. And unlike the last war each one of us around this table fought in, I'm not going to lose this one.
And what happens if the Avengers return?
You don't think I thought about that?
What?
What?
Is one of the Avengers a Skrull now?
Madam Prime Minister?
Democracy is fine for peacetime, but whilst at war, we need a single commander whose war power is total and
Yep.
God. Therefore, I nominate Gravik.
Oh, he manipulated and played them all.
Yep.
You were in on this with him the entire time.
Sit yourself down, Sergio. I'm not done yet.
I'm the commander of NATO. I can mobilize 1 million troops at the snap of
I was going to say, just...
All those in favour of Gravik as our new general will submit.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Not even a choice, just...
No. Submit.
Yep, submit. That's all you can do.
We did not end up homeless refugees because we were unwilling to wage war. We ended up homeless refugees because we were too willing. I do not support your coup. I will not support your war.
Oh, dear.
And I do not submit.
You go in peace, sister. You'll not be harmed.
The music and the way he said that says
Yeah.
otherwise. The power of them transforming back into their Skrull form as well. Oh.
It's Gravik. The council just voted him general. He has control of our people and our future.
Set up a mate between me and Gravik. Public place.
Talos, he will kill you.
Yeah, thanks for the faith.
You don't understand. Gravik has changed.
So have I. Soren's dead. Just tell him I want to talk about my daughter.
That is a probably good idea.
It is, but it's...
Someone they both care about.
Very personal for something that's affecting everything.
Yes. The scary thing is he'd already rallied so many to his cause and now he's got the power.
Without you, this wouldn't be possible.
The music is adding so much to the atmosphere and the tension.
Gravik has given me multiple locations for the harvest, all of them empty.
What are they
The
harvesting?
harvesting?
She's actually hiding very well behind that.
It's like finally one of the good ones where it's not...
Yeah, it's not fully... it's kind of obstructed a bit. A lot.
What is that? What are you harvesting?
Well, good place to do it at a nuclear power plant.
Yeah.
How do you explain Mr. Fury's presence in Moscow?
Alleged presence, madam. Slovakia rolls its eyes at me one more time, I'm going to put on the suit and carpet bomb it.
Why are you here, Colonel?
Well, I'm here as a courtesy, Madam Prime Minister. President Ritson has a pretty busy day job running the most powerful country and military on the face of the planet. He doesn't just hop to when summoned. Not by France, not by Italy, not by the UK. Now, while we are sensitive to your concerns, until such time as you can...
But it's the play of, I'm here because I chose and want to be here. I'm doing this as a courtesy.
Sensitivity is all you're going to be getting from us.
Nice suit, Armani.
Brioni.
Where are you?
Pretty expensive for a government salary.
Yeah, well, my other suit's made of titanium, so this actually constitutes considerable saving.
You sound frustrated. What's the matter? Croatia talking crap?
Slovakia.
Well, carpet bomb their ass.
The amount of respect but sass they have for each other is glorious.
Yeah.
How well do you know your security detail?
I know they're catching bullets first if I get shot at.
What if I told you they were all spies?
Spies for who? The Russians?
No.
Global reach, borderless operations.
Hydra?
Yeah, if Hydra was a bunch of green guys who could shapeshift into your daddy. So how long have you known about them?
About 15 years ago, I was part of an eyes-only top-secret presentation. It's about a shape-shifting alien species that had sent a few of its light ships crashing down to Earth.
Convenient.
We're being invaded, and we can't even tell who the invaders are.
Maybe we should call our friends.
No. We can't jump the gun on that. You know, we get them in a fight with the Skrulls, and next thing you know, they find themselves duplicated and turned into terrorists. This is my war, Brody. I need you to back me on this. Ain't no can't in our business. There's only what you can do and what you will not do.
You're right. I should have said, I'm not doing it.
Men who look like us don't get promoted because of who our daddies know. Every ounce of power we wrestle from the vice grip of the mediocre Alexander Pierces who run this world was earned in blood. So let's make the power mean something.
Carl's outside, Colonel.
Interesting timing.
I'll let you know when he's ready to go.
The car's for you, Fury. The reason we wrestled this power from mediocre men who don't look like us was not simply to turn around and hand it to mediocre men who do. The point of this power is to be uncompromising, to be unsparing, to be able to sit across from a man we greatly admire, with whom we share an entire professional, personal, ancestral history with, and to tell him without any reservation that he's fired.
Oh! Nick's just getting slapped with every single interaction he's having.
Yeah.
Is it you to fire me?
Fire me?
Nobody sent me. I volunteered. That mess that you created in Moscow that resulted in getting one of our best people murdered, you earned all this smoke, brother.
Ooh. Rhodey, goddamn.
I'm seriously under the impression that just because you stripped me of my titles, I relinquished my DNA?
Oh!
And you wonder why you're out.
Smooth.
I'm Nick Fury. Even when I'm out, I'm in.
The most badass spy, super spy in the world. Yeah, and then the wall just comes down. That was intense.
That was so intense. He's just been emotionally stabbed so many times.
By everyone that he thought he could
everyone.
trust. Yeah. Well, this is going to be interesting to see how it plays into Armor Wars when that comes out.
Where is he?
Rhodey possibly a Skrull?
Maybe. I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Arm yourself. Or not arm yourself.
Torture.
Where is your safe house?
Didn't your mother ever warn you could lose an eye by beating your meat like that? Where is the escape hatch in this dump?
Why do you need to know that?
Oh, just a hunch. Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Just a hunch.
I'm so glad he didn't do that smoothly.
Yeah.
Alone at last. Now, shall we do this the easy way or the other way?
I'm gonna break these chains, and then I'm gonna break every bone in your body.
The other way it is. Well, now that's confirmed.
She did it without even knowing officially. On a hunch. I like her a lot. Oh. Groot, Cull Obsidian, Frost Beast.
What are you doing in there?
Extremis.
Checking the progress of our newest recruit. He'll be ready for a face before long.
They're building Super Skrulls.
I'll never talk to you.
Well, that's very brave.
Man on the inside.
But everyone talks when their blood starts to cook at 160 degrees centigrade. It's a biochemical imperative. The smart ones start talking earlier than that. You a smart one? Right, no, I didn't think so.
No. Ooh. Sonia Falsworth is very interesting.
Very.
What secrets doesn't he keep?
Tell me something I don't know.
Yeah.
What kind of machine?
Oh.
I think it's to make us stronger.
Yep, Super Skrulls.
I can't, please. Gravik will kill me.
She'll kill you.
Sorry, but
Sorry.
if I don't get a name, Gravik won't get the chance to kill you.
Please.
Oh! Clever.
Oh, to be tall.
The pain.
The pain. Oh no.
Sounds like your lift is here.
Yep, this is why I needed the escape hatch.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go and check round back.
I'll come with.
No. You stay here, then I come up with Brogan. Yeah.
You're a smart lady, Gaia.
So I wonder who Falsworth suspects being the mole.
Oof.
Good move.
Oh!
So I wonder, has Gravik already experimented on himself to make him stronger?
He's strong,
Yeah.
but then Skrulls are strong, but... Interesting.
Yeah.
What'd you tell him?
Nothing, just lies.
Nothing. Just lies.
That's all I swear.
Take him to
Stab.
the car.
Oh. I suppose take him to the car doesn't mean take him back to the compound.
Keep driving.
How did they find our safe house?
Oh!
So that's what Gaia was doing.
Yeah. Because I was wondering, why would you call...
Why was she speaking Russian?
Yeah, and why would you call police, like, to where you are? But if it's not where you are, if it was one of your safe houses, that covers her a lot more. Yeah. Interesting.
And yeah, not going back to the compound.
No.
Dumping him in the woods.
Did we make it home, Peyton?
Almost there, bro.
It's giving me flashbacks to The Sopranos. Bang. No.
Yeah.
There it is.
You're right.
Yep.
Just because you're in the car doesn't mean you're in the compound.
It's also telling how quick he is to kill.
His own.
Yep. And it's caused a crisis of faith within Gaia.
Aren't you forgetting something?
What?
What?
Better?
Almost.
He's married to a Skrull?
There's a whole load of Nick Fury we don't know about.
Yeah. Interesting. Also, Otis. How good. Very interesting ending.
Yeah.
Does he know that she's a Skrull?
Would have to.
Well, why would she change back into human form if...
Yeah, true?
Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
But, God, Fury went through the ringer there.
Oh, God.
Emotionally.
Emotional punches and stabs left with everyone he had interactions with.
Yeah. Like, and it's interesting that now we've got Talos and Nick going their separate ways. We didn't see any sort of payoff to Talos asking for the meeting with Gravik. So that's going to be explored later on. But there are a lot of things in that train carriage that needed to be said by both parties. And Fury playing... When he said to Rhodey, even when I'm out, I'm always in. Even in that train carriage, he was always cycling back to being a spy.
Yeah.
Doing the espionage work and all that sort of stuff. Like the family memories of being in a train and the times with his mum. Great way for us to learn more about his youth and his life before we saw him in Avengers 1 or Iron Man. But linking it back to here's what I used to do with my mum in the carriage and building up this fond memory that he has with her. Now you're going to tell me. Well, and tell me what I don't know.
And it was also creating that moments of the parental relationships as well as how important they are. So I know how important that is for you and Gaia and those memories and those creations. So who screwed us over?
Yeah. Tell me what I don't know.
So tell me what I don't know. Who just screwed us over?
But the big revelation of over 1 million Skrulls already being on Earth.
1 million Skrulls already being on Earth.
And that being withheld from Nick. That's because we saw in 1997, so we got a timestamp of that was what Nick assumed was probably remaining, and a few other refugees coming in, people in that room. But it was good to get that build up, but also see how Gravik was as a youth as well. See Nick and Talos make that promise, and the people the Skrulls that were.
Present and all there.
And supportive of the promise and the link to the council, you were all here.
Yep.
So everyone in that room was a former was in that
first wave of refugees.
Yeah.
So that means those extras came post snap because if it was you were gone. So
no, the way I took it, the millions were there straight away.
You're taking... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You put out the call. See, I think...
Yeah, he put out the call, and I think it was he put out the call after
I think it was more of a gradual...
Okay.
A gradual kind of thing, but also it could have very easily been that as well.
Yeah, I took it as this is the place we're going to live, and that's why Fury was so hurt by it, because it was... He kept it secret,
definitely.
So... Yeah, but seeing Gravik young, he was already very strong-willed. He was very proud and had that sort of warrior mentality of that my parents died proudly. Their death was heroic.
Their death wasn't a sacrifice as such. It was purposeful. And it looks like he's purposely potentially building a super Skrull.
Yes. Yeah, well, we got the Groot, Frost Beast, and Cull Obsidian. I always got to say Black Dwarf. Cull Obsidian. They want the extremists. Yeah, and there was a lot of interesting little lines that were the package, or not the package, the harvest.
The harvest, yes, which makes me think is the fact that we're not getting a lot of mention of the Avengers and anyone who has altered selves, so super soldier aspect, that they're being hidden because every place he's sent me has been empty.
Well, They were in the square to get a package, and it wasn't there. I'm wondering whether Maria Hill was potentially who they were after.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but it's going to be something that's going to be fun to explore.
Definitely.
But playing on the political tensions in the world is a very interesting plot thread, and just seeing how they're working those tensions within. And the response, having the council be all these really strong political voices and powers is going to be huge for the Skrulls moving forward, because we're now going to start seeing how that's manipulated. And we even started seeing it later on after that council meeting when Rhodey got called
even
up.
if you remove that being Rhodey called up, so that bit, they're already powerful people.
Yeah.
When did they take over? And that is a long game.
Well, they clearly amassed that power early on.
Yes.
Because that would have been their human forms that they would have taken.
Yeah. So they have amassed this power and are playing that long game to escalate it quickly, and so quickly as well is definitely
But even Gravik with the you don't there's no option to go out. You submit. You're either with us or you submit.
That was very interesting wording.
Yeah. So did the scroll that didn't join, is that the last we're going to see of her? Because I went on the assumption of it was going to be what happened to that scroll at the end, drive out to the woods in a car, and the fate of her may be left undecided. Could come in and play a role later. Interesting that she called Talos, though.
Yes, and that's what I was just about to link to, was that she called Talos. So is he still trying to keep all the Skrull united still in that way, where it's just because you're against us, it doesn't mean we're going to kill you. We want you to come in, but of your own free will. We want you to join that way. And then the shooting in the woods is that you have betrayed me.
Yeah.
I trusted you. You betrayed us. You betrayed the cause. You have no value.
But even if I want you to join us, it's still going to be through submission. It's going to be through the
it
power.
is
You're going to be
through
left with
submit.
no choice but to
there
join.
will be no choice but to submit.
Which is going to be interesting because it's going to cause splinters within that sort of mentality where people will go to Talos and say, okay, we were wrong for exiling you. Gravik's gone mad with power.
Yeah.
He's trying to start
it
war.
Will push people,
which we saw.
It will push people in interesting ways, and some will be really drawn to that power, and others, as we could see in Gaia's face, that crisis of faith is happening as well, because you have those, you're killing innocents.
Yes.
And then it goes, does it really matter? And then, I love espionage so much.
It is great.
The cutting of the finger.
I love Olivia Colman. She's so good as Sonia.
Is so good.
She is so good. Emilia Clarke has been excellent. The facial expressions that Emilia is showing as Gaia is wonderful. You don't know what she's thinking, and the tension that the music's building up. It's clear she's now feeling uncomfortable being close to Gravik, and she's trying to gather information while keeping herself safe, serving her own interests, and presumably now going to go out and help Fury more. But that one little subtle play, there were so many little subtle things to pick up on. The going around the back, and the I'm preventing escape, talking Russian, and then you see the consequence of that, of the safe house. We just
one
keep
of the
driving.
safe houses is
Which perfect timing for it, because they would assume it's the guy that's just given up the information.
That was a perfect play to protect herself.
Yeah.
And sadly throw that guy under the bus.
Well, he was already going to die
he
anyway.
was going to.
I told lies. I only told lies. But Gravik is incredibly powerful. The music that is playing whenever he's doing something terrible, is building so much tension. My jaw was clenched so much of that.
Mine's too. Mine's finally like relaxing down. I'm just like, oh.
And it's great that there's a show that allows that, where it's not so much the reaction to awesome moment, but holy crap, this dialogue is intense. The conversation between Rhodey and Nick, intense.
That was so intense. And then the what that led into of the well of no, I came here on free will to fire you. You're done.
Yeah,
that was beautifully executed.
Yeah, and the playing on the I helped you out. We helped each other out to get to where we are. Don't throw that away.
Don't throw that away. Yeah.
And just really, really well done. I really enjoyed all of the little scenes between characters, because it, as we said at the start, it really drained Fury.
Yeah.
Getting the flashback to Hill. Well, actually, sorry, starting off with the promise that was broken, then cutting to Hill, then cutting to Talos on the train, then cutting to Hill's mum.
Yep.
And you just see every person, and then Rhodey, every person that he had faith in or had faith in him, every person that he was close with and a friend, those words from Elizabeth cut deep. And Fury, when he was talking to Rhodey, he had that strong facade on, and it's very similar to when he had the nightmares about the blip in episode 1.
Yep.
He just let all the emotions out after that. He knows what's just happened. He knows the impact of I'm now truly alone.
Yeah.
And this is something I've got to do. No more suave spy Fury. It's I got the beanie on.
Yep.
But the wife, the family home.
The family home. That was a nice little twist.
Yeah, very interesting to see that fallout. But no, just the emotional character growth for Nick, while also kind of you had the conversation within the council justifying humans are inherently terrible. They put others in cages, and the histories that they have, we are self-destructive. And it justifies Gravik's perception.
Yep.
And he got that purely from being a refugee here in 1997.
Yep.
On a not a fake promise, on a promise that hasn't been delivered.
Yep.
Just observing human behavior for 20 years.
Yep.
And then, the inner workings of the council, which makes me wonder, were they playing against Talos being exiled? Was that a strategic play, or was that an honest, you failed as a leader?
Yeah.
But there is a lot to break down in that. The character motivations, the dialogue. There were cheeky little lines that were thrown in that were built upon later, like the turnaround to the theme of "Tell me something you don't know," playing in several times. Really good.
Very good.
Yeah, and the tension and the shots.
It's so good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It has that Winter Soldier vibe, and there was a Winter Soldier reference.
There was
a Winter Soldier reference with Alexander Pierce, but very interested. Suspects of Skrulls. Rhodey, sorry, you're on the Skrull hit list.
Oh,
you are.
Every single time they hold on someone a little bit too longer, I'm like, Skrull.
Well,
what is it?
Well, what's interesting is Gravik said, "I have a plan for the Avengers." What if the Avengers come? I already have a plan. Does that mean one of the Avengers has been taken and put in stasis and has been replaced by a Skrull?
Or
that's what's happened in the comics.
Or is the plan the Super Skrull
to deal with the Avengers?
Yes, it's
the DNA that they've gotten has purely been from Infinity War, because and Endgame potentially, because you had Cull Obsidian's hand cut off.
Yep.
Which also makes me wonder, is Damage Control compromised because they're the ones that have been doing all the cleanup and dealing with superhumans?
Yeah.
Groot could sprout literally bark anywhere.
Yeah.
And a Frost Beast,
leftover
from I think was it Darkworld?
Darkworld.
Or possibly Loki DNA.
Or Loki DNA, yes.
Well, they had Frost Beast.
So much.
It's getting hard to remember. But no.
Decades worth.
The possibilities are good. The question of who's a Skrull, who's not, who's on whose side. It's not even a matter of who's a Skrull and who's not.
It's not even comes down to Skrull being evil. It just comes down to whose side will this Skrull be on? Are they Talos's or the others, or
Gravik's,
just neutral?
And Falsworth. What is Sonya Falsworth saying, game? Because she's torturing Skrulls and doing it in such a delightful way. Oh, he's not going to get a chance to kill you.
I just loved that. And your escape hatch here?
Yeah.
Why? Just a feeling.
And it calls into question everything that's come before. We know Sharon Carter was acting odd in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yep.
So we know that the Power Broker was uncharacteristic of Sharon, even though, we've seen it previously and the blip happened and the blips impacted people. There's things that are very questionable, but it's going to be fun to explore. 4 episodes left.
I think
something big has to happen next episode.
Yes.
Who is a Skrull? James Rhodes is on my thing, and we'll probably get some more reveals of possible linking. How it's going to lead into Armor Wars, knowing that Rhodey has a huge part to play in that. Are the Thunderbolts going to have any sort of play? Because we're going to be dealing with more covert government groups, and it seems to be that would be something that they're dealing with. And Captain America, it's no longer called New World Order. I can't remember what the new title is. Brave New World. Captain America Brave New World. Is that going to be tying into this as well? There's a lot that could stem off of this. But there was one line, before we finished, there was one line in there that got me super excited. It's also terrible in the, how do you think the world's going to react with a million Skrulls? Humans hate each other. They're going to hate something different that they don't know.
Yes.
And then the prospect of when mutants come, they're going to
come in.
That's It's going to be it's going to be very, very.
Because we know mutants exist.
Yes.
From Ms. Marvel.
Yes. But going to be very interesting to see.
Definitely will be.
What the fallout is.
What the fallout from this show is, definitely.
But it didn't end the way that I thought. I thought it was going to end on a really sour note, like really dour, just Fury broken. Not Fury going to a safe place with a Skrull wife.
Yeah. Married and happy. Didn't expect that.
And how long has this been? How long has this happened? He also has a date stamp for Rhodey's comments. 15 years ago, I had this eyes only confidential thing.
Yeah.
So he could easily go back and, because he's Nick Fury, he has secret classification decoders and everything. So because Rhodey didn't blink when Skrulls were mentioned. No. And he never actually said the Skrull name. He only said green aliens.
Yeah.
And he didn't blink when Fury said Skrulls. So that's going to
so much.
But tell us your thoughts on episode 2 in the comments. I'm Trent.
I'm Julia.
As always, keep it nerdy.